And just like that, we live once again on this good Monday, Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day, and it's so fucking cold outside that it does not feel like Memorial Day. It's
It
not
doesn't.
cold. It's cool
It's
and
shit.
it's like breezy. So it feels more like Labor Day or
Okay.
Halloween more than like Memorial Day. But Jumbo, welcome. Motherfucking Key and Carrie, where of course I am the Carrie. Damon is the Key.
Period.
Baby, we are here, like Damon said, on this not cold, but on this good Monday, Memorial Day, to review Bad Boys Club Geminifilmz, Bad Boys Club Reunited. I feel like I always have to preface that it's Geminifilmz franchise and not not the AARP version of Bad Boys Club.
Is that version even still a thing? That's not a thing anymore, right?
I don't think so. No, with baddies being this crazy and taking off, I don't think Miss Nunn is gonna look into the Bad Boys anytime soon.
Okay.
You know, she got about 50 left girls in one house. She got a house for originals and then a house for replacements. I'm like,
anyway, I don't know what she's doing, but it's a lot. I'm gonna try to stay far away from it.
But yes, Geminifilmz Bad Boys Club Reunited Season 1, Episode 3. Between a rock and a hard place. Okay, I did not put the title in my notes. Shame on me for that, but between a rock and a hard place, baby. And it was a lot of hard places this episode.
Listen, a lot of
hard places, hard spaces,
hard surfaces.
Remember that episode of Hey Arnold when they got stuck on that train and old girl kept saying big wide open spaces? The older I get, that phrase, that sentence just applies to so many things.
Big wide open spaces. I can't.
Spark a back truck in that motherfucker. Anyway.
Well, I also just wanted to say, I'm in the darkness. I just want to say,
not in the darkness.
Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this in the playback. Shout out to the people that are gonna come through. Let me get a light. If you don't mind, just until people come in, we wanted to read a couple comments from the actual episode that played on Patreon. So I thought it'd be a cool way to like get some of our initial thoughts out. So if you want to just kind of read and react to this comment, I'm gonna go get my light. I'll be right back.
Okay. Lilo, weird bitch. Didn't your friend just kiss him? Now you kiss on the same nigga, or I'm assuming those emojis are ninja emojis. So I'm just saying, yeah. Now you kiss on the same nigga. I'm disgusted. That is trifling. Swap his spit with, but I guess Lilo didn't know that Tynell had just. Is Lilo aware that Tynell and Justice made out? Because if so, that's weird and disgusting. But that scene was steamy, baby. Very soft, very Showtime After Dark, baby. Very HBO After Dark. Them damn Zane Chronicles, they used to come on Showtime around 1 o'clock in the morning, baby. If you know, you know. But I said not Lilo making out, not Lilo taking his friendship with Tynell to Pussy Sisters. I did not see that happening in the Bad Boys. So I kind of did because season 7, it was a house full of Pussy Sisters. I feel like there was some pussy sistering going on in season 8 of Bad Boys Club, but this season, just to willingly make out with somebody that your friend has made out with. And then be like, he was looking good and he was touching my body. I said, touching my body, no, Danny DeCane, baby.
When he put his hand on his leg,
I
said, now we already know where this is going.
You know, and Lilo was in the short. I said, it was kind of giving T-Ware when he had firmly placed his hand upon Leon Starr.
Yes. Oh my
That's
God.
what it was giving. But they was in a sauna vibing, baby.
And shout out to the thumbnail. It's a little risque, so hopefully YouTube don't drag us too much for it. But yeah. I don't think Lilo knows that Justice likes Tynell.
Okay.
Because Tynell doesn't like Tynell doesn't like Justice back. So I feel like he never said anything. He's just kind of been like trying to be nice about it, but like, you know, obviously not entertaining it. So I mean, when one situation don't work, another situation
presents itself. Yeah, I was telling my coworker, baby, you gotta when opportunity knocks, you take that motherfucker. You just can't be waiting for shit to come fall into your hands. So yeah, I ain't saying go mac on some nigga that your homeboy was macking on because we ain't swapping fluids. But yeah, opportunity presents itself.
Why not? I guess.
You know what I've been saying all fucking day?
What?
Oh my god, deep cut. It's completely off reference. Reno 911. Remember when Terry Bernardino, somebody asked him to do his taxes? Some guy that was my boyfriend for a while asked him to do his taxes, and I was like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Next time I get up with a nigga, and he was like, maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
That's what it's getting. But
that's
yeah, I said not Lilo macking with Justice. We gonna get to it, but this I don't know if you caught my earlier comment, Shan. I said this episode was very HBO After Dark.
Yes,
very much Dan Chronicles that used to come on Showtime back in the day. This
not
is what
for TV.
It's TVMA. Suggested content.
Okay. Let me get to another comment. I gotta zoom them in every single time. Okay, so Jay, I don't know their last name. But shout out to you. They said get these gurgling sounds out of my ear. We don't want to hear all that. I was like, was that really necessary? I feel like, you know, I was a little under the influence when I was watching this. So I was like, am I tripping, or are those noises post edit noises? I was like, that's too much. If I were them, I would be mad, because now you kind of implying that I didn't did something that I didn't do on camera. Like, there was no sucking, no, like,
because that's what I was wondering. Did somebody get gurgled?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been here for that. But
long as it was consensual.
As long as it's consensual, yes. As long as it's consensual, for sure. And then I wanted to highlight Darian's comment, who commented on the Patreon episode. He said, "My face after Lilo pulled out his third leg." Oh, did you just feel? Because I ain't know nothing about no third leg.
Child.
You know what's crazy?
What's in my notes? You know what's in my notes?
I feel like I think I already know what you're gonna say. I feel like he would be in the same circles as Titty Tac Tag.
In the same covenant. Yes.
Here for it. Shout out to Chase.
Nutty. Very nutty. Unstable.
Very
I'm sorry, let me say unstable.
Yes.
Unstable.
Yes. But yeah, definitely gonna continue to highlight comments from the episode, and let us know if y'all like it. But yeah, do we want to just get into the episode now?
Yes, let's jump right on into the review of episode 3. Trace.
Yes. Rocking a hard place.
Rocking a hard. Okay, so it's not okay. Rocking a hard place.
So
the double entendre on that baby. Who's the rock? Who's the hard place?
A lot of rocks, a lot of hard places. So basically, we come back from the fight between Tynell and Justin, or actually, no, that didn't happen yet. Sorry, my notes are all over the place. So we go back from Justice approaching Tynell. I guess, Justice, thought Tynell was cute, wanted to see what was up with that, thing. And Tynell, I mean, you could tell Tynell is like not really interested, but he's trying to be nice about it. Like, he was kind of leading him on though. I wish he would have just been like, oh, like, I appreciate you like finding me attractive, but like I'm just not in the space to be like that with you right now.
Right.
So, it's just something like that. Like, but I feel like he was kind of leading him on, but I feel like he was trying to be nice. So I kind of don't blame him, but yeah. What did you think about this situation?
You just gotta be honest. You can't be leading people on and having them think that you are attracted to them and you're really not. So it's gonna crush like the person's feelings, but it's always best to just be honest and forthcoming. So Tynell, if he isn't really into Justice, he should just tell Justice. But shit, Justice is in the house full of niggas. We clearly don't care. I mean, we clearly see he don't care who you locking lips with. So people, let's stop leading individuals on that we're not into.
Yeah. And I feel like he was also being put on the spot. So he was just kind of like, I mean, you cute, but like I'm not, like,
because Keith did come in there and was like, what's up with you for my bitch? Like, Keith, go sit your drunk ass down. Like,
baby. Listen, Keith could not talk for the next 5 episodes, and I feel like he would be good. Like, he just be doing too much talking. Like I'm not. I mean, he was fine this episode because we didn't really see him too much, but like we still heard him talking a lot, and it was just like, oh my god. But I thought it was funny how he was facilitating this whole situation though. I'm like, y'all bad boys, you can't flirt on your own. You can't, I mean, I'm an awkward flirter too. I can't lie, but at the same time, I feel like it's just interesting to see them like fight and like turn up. But when it comes to stuff like this, like flirting and like, trying to gauge whether somebody's interested in you, they get very like awkward and like shy and like just it kind of gave like in school when like somebody would be like, oh, my friend like you, like, and then you turn around and then they like standing all the way like all the way on the other side of the room, like trying not to like interact. Like I feel like
He
that's
should have wrote Justice should have wrote Tynell a note like, "Do you like me?" Shout out to Sharp from Bad Girls Club season 6. Sent a boy that note like, "Do you like me?"
Like
so embarrassing.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I love how Tynell mentioned his relationship as at the end. Like I feel like if you were in some sort of relationship with somebody, that would be the first thing you would say, like I'm a boyfriend or I'm in a situation already. But he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and I have a boyfriend. I was like, wouldn't that be your first thing? But he said that they're going through it right now. So I'm assuming they're on a break or I don't know. It seems complicated.
It is.
Tiff is going through it right now, and I understand. But yeah, they I guess kind of just like leave it at that. Like they don't really talk about it or anything. I said it's funny that he brought up this phantom boyfriend out of nowhere. Cause I thought you was single before he asked about this whole situation. Like I thought you was, yeah, I thought you was just open for, not anybody, but like, you were available.
I thought you was gonna say you thought he was open for business. My goodness.
I was trying not to be shady, so I was trying to watch my words. But yes, Tynell said the situation he's in is a long distance relationship. So, or no, the way he was talking made me feel like he was in a long distance relationship because he said they was kind of going through it and like I don't know. It just the way he was talking just made me feel like it was a long distance relationship, but who knows? But Case and Lilo end up kind of stepping to the side, like stepping into a room and talking about their issues. And I said it's hilarious how they always fight and then ask questions later. Like I feel like, especially when it's petty stuff, like they don't ever want to take the time to just figure out if everybody's on the same page. They would rather like just fight and then like now what happened? Like now let's get some answers. It's like kind of backwards. But what did you think of this scene?
I'm glad that they came to a resolution, considering that this beef is 2 years old. But like you said, they could have just talked it out first. But right. I guess Lilo needed that. And
yeah, I'm still confused on this whole situation. Like, I don't know. I feel like we don't have enough information on the situation. Like, one, I feel like people are saying different things. Like, I'm just finding out that apparently Justin and Lilo were in the room before everybody else. So by Lilo's account, he kind of alluded to them flirting, I guess, which still don't give you the right to touch nobody. But like, if Justin was flirting with him, I could kind of see why he would, like feel comfortable touching somebody, even though I still wouldn't. But like, I didn't know that. And so then on top of that, it's this whole like, oh, Justin was asleep, but he wasn't asleep. I don't know. It seemed like Justin wasn't interested and did not want to be touched. But I'm also wondering why Justin isn't more mad at
Lilo than he is at Tynell.
Yes.
That's also on my notes. Like if somebody violated me, I would have more smoke for the person that touched me than a person that made a Facebook post. But
yeah, I don't get that. That confused the hell out of me. Like you would think he would be going at Lilo, but he wasn't. So I don't know. Maybe there's something we don't know. I feel like there's something we don't know just because like this whole time they've been like, I haven't fully gotten the answers that I want to get, but I still feel like Lilo was kind of saying some weird shit to me though. Like the whole, like I was drunk, like you don't get passes for being drunk anymore or at all. You should never get a pass for being drunk, but like you being drunk is like, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And I feel like if this is how you act when you drunk, maybe you shouldn't drink anymore. Like I'm not trying to be funny, but maybe you should put the alcohol down if you have an excuse, you know, you excuse your behavior by being drunk. But let us know how y'all feel in the chat about him saying that he was drunk or just the whole situation, because I feel like the whole situation is still kind of weird to me. I know they're gonna have a sit down and talk about the situation at some point, so like, you know, I guess we can, you know, wait until that happens. But I'm glad that they were able to like come to an understanding. I feel like this is what happened last time on their season before they fell out again. They was having a meeting in the ladies' room, the same bathroom where they was making out. I said, "Look at this, full circle." But but yeah, I said even if he was asleep, even if he wasn't asleep, I feel like if you touching him without his permission or without him inviting you to touch him, it's still wrong. Like you always got to get confirmation before you touch in that way. Um but yeah, I'm glad they were able to come to an understanding, because I think Lilo is tired of fighting. I think Case is tired of fighting too. I feel like you can only fight somebody so much and live in that same house as them. I feel like that energy is gonna eat away at you. So you might as well just squash it until something else come up. But so then after that beef, it's weird because after that beef, they cut right to like this situation with Tynell in the kitchen. So then like Case basically took his energy off of Lilo and directed it at Tynell. Like, I don't understand why he couldn't have just approached. Well, I guess Lilo brought him into the room to talk to him, but like you noted that like, oh, he was able to like talk to me and like bring me in instead of like still trying to fight me. So I don't know why they didn't just do that with Tynell. Like, I don't know why they didn't just like, oh, you was talking shit, like, okay, like I don't even know what they wanted from him. Like, if he was talking shit, like, so what? Like, if he didn't say nothing like directly disrespectful, I don't get the point.
I also said like I'm still confused as to why they're so angry at Tynell. Tynell said it's a Facebook post, and Case and Justin said like, "Oh, y'all talking shit." Tynell never said their name, so I'm lost. I did say fucking Tiff Woods got them press. Tiff Woods is pressing them like button downs on a Friday night. That's my one. Like they is mad as hell at Tynell.
Yeah,
over
Tiff Woods got
post, so I'm confused. I don't want to say I'm glad cause round 2 didn't need to happen. I feel like honestly, round Justin, Tynell round 2.
It did not need to happen, but I think Justin wanted to clear his name. Like he was not trying to get, especially since he got that body and no muscles, he was not trying to get whooped by Tynell. Like, so I think that he and Case were campaigning for him to get a round 2 with Tynell just so that he can prove himself. Which I mean, did he?
I kind of see that because no shade. I think Justin is, I guess, okay, cool, or whatever. But I do feel like Tynell kind of ate him up that first round. Now, that's just my opinion.
He held his own for sure. At the very least, he held his own.
Yeah, I felt like that's why I really feel like that's why Justin wanted round 2 with Tynell, because he wasn't expecting Tynell to hang in the fight. He thought he was gonna have Tynell in that fetal position again. Tynell came to the house like, "Ain't no bitch beat me up today or this go around." So
right,
yeah, I feel like he was expecting Tynell to just be in that fetal position. Tynell was on his feet.
Yeah,
kind of, bobbing and weaving, sticking and moving, or running around in circles, but he was on his feet. But yeah, round 2 didn't need to happen. But like you said, I guess Justin felt like he had to possibly had to go back for round 2 just so it could, I don't know, he could do his big one, I guess.
Yeah. I said they fight over the stupidest shit. I'm sorry. They be fighting over the dumbest stuff. Like, Case and Justin's argument is basically like, you were talking shit, so like now we need to fight. And I also feel like one thing that leads to a lot of fights that it doesn't necessarily need to go to fights, but they go to fights, they don't really know how to read. Like, they don't know how to go back and forth. Like, I feel like Tynell knows how to go back and forth, but they don't really know how to go back and forth. At least Case or Justin don't know how to go back and forth. I feel like if he was talking shit and I came into the house, I just would have been like, "Oh, so you gonna run the house? Is that what's gonna happen?" Like, oh, you gonna be that bitch? You gonna be the sub? I want to see you do it. Like, I would have just been talking shit. And then if it gets into a fight, it gets into a fight. But like they don't know how to talk shit. They just
Mhm.
go right to fighting because it's like, they just don't understand the art of talking shit. So I feel like that leads to a lot more fights than need be. But I feel like they just could have like fucked with them. Like they could have just talked their shit and then kept it moving. But like I said, Justin wanted that round too. So I feel like that was the motivation because he ended up like attacking him out of nowhere. Like
He
the
did.
fight didn't escalate to the point where I was like, they need to
Come
fight.
around the counter or whatever. Homegirl said.
Yes, come around the counter. I would have been looking on the ground. I don't want to slip like Keith did. Hit that noggin, baby. I was like, oh, caught you slipping. Like,
Goodness.
yes, I would have been looking on the ground, or waiting for a drink to be thrown. But yeah, they end up fighting. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't funny. But the way Tynell walked away after the fight was sending me. He was like, he just casually walked away. Like
He was over it.
Yeah, he wasn't even like arguing or nothing. He just like walked away, walked upstairs, and like Justin is throwing this temper tantrum, basically knocking over all this shit. And I just want to know who gonna clean up this damn kitchen once this fight is over. Cause I would have been like, bitch, you need to clean this shit up. Like now that you're not angry, you need to clean this shit up. You got all this fucking glass on the fucking ground from breaking these bottles.
Liquid on the floor and on the counters because you throwing shit.
If I cut my foot, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Like, no.
I did say that Tynell was in there banging, in there thumping just like Blade, just like Wesley Snipes and Blade. The bubble jacket and the sunglasses. Like, Tynell, why are you in the house with sunglasses on?
Why are you fighting in sunglasses?
Period. Well, he didn't have a time. He didn't have time to take them off. A bitch just ran up on him. Come around the counter. A bitch came around the counter on him, and he didn't have time to get ready.
Okay, that's not funny, but it is kind of funny. Like the fact I feel like somebody did get attacked at some point with sunglasses on, and they was trying to take them off. I don't know, but yeah, that's fucked up. But yeah, I felt like the fight was pointless. So Justin is having his temper tantrum. They trying to calm him down. Told him to go to the basement. Since you acting like an animal, go to the basement. Like,
baby, I put in my notes that they should have hit his ass with a horse tranquilizer or some bear mace. That would have calmed him down.
Tranquilizer. What's the gun that you shoot and it goes into the person's ass? And they like,
I think that's a tranquilizer
in the butt, but like,
are you thinking about that true serum that Bill hit Beatrice keto with?
Close, but like it's like a tranquilizer, but they like shoot it through a gun and it like hits the person and then they like pass out. I feel like that's what they needed for him.
Goodness,
they needed that for Justin because he was giving rah reptar.
He was
destroying everything in sight.
And I'm like, it's bad when I don't ever want to be the person that has to have a grown man like, I don't know, trying to calm me down. Like, I don't ever want to have a grown man behind me holding my arms. Like, no, that's not a good look. Like, nobody should be that irate. Like, no shit.
And it also gave Tyler just because he just seems so tiny. Like, he doesn't seem tiny, but he's muscular and kind of short. So it just
it was the jumping up and down. Like, Justin, calm down.
Justin in that prison body, baby. I feel like his body gives that he's been to the. I don't think he's been to jail or prison, but like it just gives that like prison body.
I love after lockup tea.
Yes. But yeah. So they go upstairs and Tynell has this long story about how basically his nose was stuffed up and like he had surgery recently. Basically, he has a bloody nose. And I'm like, be honest, did he pop you? If he popped you, he popped you. It is what it is. Like, but this story about you got a stuffy nose and now your nose is bleeding. I ain't never heard of nobody. I've never had a bloody nose, but like,
let me say, I've never been punched in the face and had a bloody nose.
You said what?
I've never been punched in the face and got a bloody nose.
Okay, I've never had a bloody nose, period. Like, in general.
Okay.
So I know some people get bloody noses because they have like, it's hot, like it gets really hot and their nose starts bleeding, or like they have a headache and their nose starts bleeding. I've never had any of that. So I don't know how that works. I ain't never heard of nobody having a nosebleed because they had a cold or because their nose was runny.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
He got popped, and that's cool. Just say that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
let's talk about bodily fluids. Has me feeling a little lightheaded, so I'm gonna just move right on past. Tynell set that bubble jacket on that toilet, and I was like, "That's nasty."
Well, he didn't set his ass on her toilet. He just set the bubble jacket on it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
on
still
the
nasty.
with the seat up.
The toilets are in general are nasty. The toilet seat was down, but it's just him setting his personal property on the toilet that's been used by like a million raw asses.
Okay.
They can bleach that toilet a million times and that shit's still gonna be nasty as hell. Like, no. He said his coat that he's gonna probably put on his back again on the toilet. Or not the back of the toilet. Like the part where you actually sit your ass on. And granted the seat was down, but it's like, ew. Ugh.
I didn't really focus on that, but I get it. That is kind of
I'm a germaphobe. Like, I don't know.
Who's gonna come in with your Lysol?
Yes, so not no black lights for me. Now I ain't that much of a germaphobe, but
yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to.
No.
Especially after the bad boys have gone. I want the black light situation. Absolutely not. But
black light or the murky hot tub water.
Ooh, I'm gonna choose the murky hot tub water.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, and that is horrible. Water. But I said not Justice catering to his boo because Justice was definitely there tending to Tynell. I thought it was kind of a cute moment though. Like, he probably actually sees it for him, and like, here he is, in distress. So he just trying to figure out, trying to help him out and stuff like that. So I thought that was cute.
I did say that Justice, as handsome as Justice is, in this scene, he was giving black to Janet Hubert.
What?
Justice in the scene, he favors black to Janet Hubert. The scene he was comforting Tynell.
The cheekbones, possibly.
Cheekbones, skin color, shape of his eyes, and a little bit of his jawline.
I'm here for that. And shout out to Barefoot. I know you always shout out Bacardi Limon, but
still waiting on the sponsorship. Cheap, but it gets you there.
Okay.
It 2 glasses, baby. Remember my debacle after I drank, what was that, 6 glasses of wine? My goodness.
Drunk bitch? Jesus.
Listen. Anyway.
Glasses of wine. But anyway, also, I want to highlight Case's on it with the impressions. Oh my dead daughter! I screamed. He is so into these impressions, and I hope he keeps doing it throughout the season. But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, his bleeding nose. I was like, damn, it's kind of crazy that you got a bloody nose because it didn't seem like it didn't seem like anybody really got anybody in that fight. Like it just seemed like they were both just scratching and surviving good times. Like they were both just trying to get
baby.
Yes. But yeah, so that happens. They separate. Case is basically talking about the fight with Marquise, and this is when I said Marquise can go the next 5 episodes without talking, and it was fine. Because they were basically I don't know. He did say something that I thought was hilarious though. He said something like, "It's always a bitch that didn't win that want to fight again," and I said the irony. The irony, baby. That is too funny. I was like,
not the same person that won it like 10 rounds with Diego.
But
for no reason.
He ain't won no rounds with Mosh though.
That part
go around in that grass.
Well, he was in his in Keith's defense. He was in his Mugler. He was in his Mugler. I ain't trying to rope on my Mugler. So,
oh my
god!
But
if I'm in my Mugler, you attack me, it's up. So
yes,
because
I paid for this Mugler.
Period. Like, and if I didn't pay for it, somebody paid for it for me. So
you had to do something to get it paid for.
Yeah.
So either way, you get some labor to get that Mugler fit. So,
listen, yeah, Keisha needs to go get that from Oz because he attacked you when you was in your Mugler. So
speaking of see-through, Darian in this in this blouse. I was trying to figure out what the blouse gave. I was gonna say it was giving Bank of America vibes, but it's sheer. So
American Horror Story Coven.
I get it. Yep. Not the Supreme, but definitely in the Coven.
Definitely not the Supreme.
If he was in the Coven, though, you know what power he would have from season 3.
Hot box, baby. What was her name? Zoe,
baby.
With that hot box.
Can y'all stop slut shaming Darian? Like, I'm sorry. Like, let that boy have his fun. All the comments basically like, Darian's a slut. Darian's a slut. I'm like, damn, bitch, can he not? Damn. Jesus Christ. Let him have his hot boy summer. But yeah. Okay, so they transition outside into the hot tub. Happy they have a hot tub and the water looked very clear. I did say
easy. That's the aqua.
That's the agua.
Or whatever. That.
I did say that they may have to drain it after that little session they had in this episode. They're gonna have to drain that hot tub, and I feel like they don't be draining it. So like that's why it be getting so murky. Like you have to clean it regularly.
And clean it.
Yeah.
Realize it.
Child, it's gonna turn into some muddy waters, and that's no. I am not trying to get no type of infection.
Period.
No yeast infection, baby. Water. But the way Justin jumped into the hot tub had me screaming. I was like, now what if you fail being all reckless trying to jump into that damn pool?
Then Diego almost drowned. How the hell you almost drowned in the damn hot tub? Like he's trying to say his drink.
Somebody would die on Reno 911. They drowned in the hot tub. Like probably. But yeah, I said they go through waves of just like fighting and then humping and then thumping. We always joke about that, but it's just like clockwork. Like now it's time to hump. And like I said, I wish they had more scenes where they're just like casual hanging out, talking. Like it's not necessarily sexual and it's not like violence and beefing. It's just them hanging out and having fun, which this is the 3rd episode, so I do want to give them some grace, but like I don't know, it just seems like it's either one or the other, and I want there to be more because I feel like we'll get a more well-rounded look of them, you know, if we see them interacting outside of sex and violence.
Right.
But yeah, they're chilling in the hot tub, things get a little, you know, a little spicy. I said not Lilo flashing meat in the jacuzzi.
This motherfucker flash meat, my goodness.
And it was funny because it was the way he just stood up and like pulled his trunks down. I just would have been like, where is this going? Like what's happening? Like this is a little too much. Like because I feel like if you flash me some meat, I feel like that's a different scenario. I'm not trying to see your meat in a fun way. Like I feel like you can keep your trunks on. We can vibe and have fun. You ain't got to show us your piece. But yeah, them showing D&B in the jacuzzi was a lot.
Yes, I forgot Diego did move the camera.
He did. If you had to rate his cakes, what would you give? What would you rate?
You should.
That's what I'm
if I had to rate Diego's cakes, 7, I guess.
Okay, period. That's pretty high. They were nice. I was here for it.
What about you with your slut ass?
I would say a 6.
Okay.
They were nice. They look firm. They look very full.
Bigger than most. Or whatever.
Bigger than most. Now he was about to bend over. I'm like, whoa, Diego.
Baby, you almost flashed that.
You ain't got to flash the brown eye. You ain't got to flash the whole baby.
Brown eyes. My goodness.
See, I feel like it borders the line of like when they're like, okay, they're like kissing, like, okay, cool. Diego flashes ass, cool. But I feel like once he bent over to show his like whole, I'm like, whoa, that's too much. And like once Lilo pulled his trunks down to show his meat, I'm like, whoa, you're doing too much. Let's keep this fun and flirty and sexy. Like once you show too much, then it transitions into something else. And then I'm going to go to sleep because I'm not trying to be involved in this. But yeah, they were having fun. They had a twerk contest, which I thought was fun. Everybody was twerking.
Twerking
That
it
was
down in that
cool.
jacuzzi. I
Right.
said not Lilo twerking it down with the ops and leaving Tiff Woods and her Crocs.
Right.
I said, what type of foolishness is this?
What's that meme? If I put this on Instagram, I'm gonna post it on Instagram. But that meme of like SpongeBob and Patrick outside of Squidward's house, like cheering, and then Squidward
And
staring.
Squirrel was looking through the window or looking out the window at them.
I feel like that's basically what this situation was given. Tynell looking out at them, just
Oh
Tynell
my
out at
goodness.
partying with his ops. Like I was just like, you are turning up with the ops while he's just like tending to his bloody nose. I feel like that was unfortunate. And then what was Justice in the jacuzzi? I don't remember seeing him.
Justice and Tynell were in the house. It was
Okay.
Lilo, Justin, Diego, and Case in the jacuzzi.
Justice working hard for that bus. I see you. He listen, he said we stand consent. We only accept consent. But he said, "Oh, you got a man? I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be over here waiting in the wings. I'm gonna get you."
My
Like
goodness.
type shit.
Okay.
But yeah, they start making out, three-way makeouts. I just feel like the sexual energy is a lot. And shout out to Beast Mode for being here because he also mentioned that there was so much kissing. And I think I asked you about this. How do you feel about being in a setting like this? Like, would you indulge? Would you not indulge? Would there need to be liquor available? Like, where, like, how would
There
you
would definitely have to be liquor. Of course, I'm gonna bring my own ganja, but no, I'm not. No, if you put me in a house full of dads, yeah, I'll whore around, but not bad boys. No shade. I'm sorry.
It seems like they make out just for fun. Like, I mean, they may also be like sexually attracted to each other, but it's also just like, let's make out, like girls going wild type shit. Like, we not gonna fuck, but we'll make out with each other. Like, why not? I feel like that's kind of what they're giving, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not that quick to indulge in that. I'll watch. I'll keep in the jacuzzi chilling, minding my business. But yeah, it was a lot of making out. I think Darian, Case, and somebody else did like a
Lilo.
and I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned Lilo because Lilo and Case making out, even if it was a three-way make out, I knew y'all wanted to hunch again. I knew y'all wanted to have some type of energy again because y'all just made up and now y'all already making out. Well, it is what it is. I said at least they're having fun. At least they're enjoying themselves. I also said, so while they're in the jacuzzi, they cut to Justice and Tynell. They're in the room, just like kind of talking. And Justice starts flirting with him again, basically like, "Oh, I know you got a man, but I'm still interested."
You got a boo because I want to.
Right. Don't say that because you already know what I'm already thinking about saying after.
Feel like it's a Nicki reference.
No. Justice want to taste him. So
my goodness.
Every time you bring that up, I think about how he said that.
He told on that he wanted to taste him. Jesus.
Like, yeah, so they're kind of flirting. Justice is interested, but you can tell Tynell is not interested. Like Tynell does not really want, he's being nice, I think, but he's not really like, he's not really interested.
Yeah, he's not engaging.
Because he's like, oh, like Justice is like, oh, like I want to kiss you or something like that. And like Tynell is like, oh, I don't want to kiss you now, but maybe at some point we'll kiss. And I'm just like, what? Like, not you giving him, those tickets that people would make, like a free hug, a free kiss, like not you
friends on his ass.
Yeah.
You know what Tynell should have did? He should like
not you with this deep cut, Jesus. That would brought up everything in Tynell's pants for sure. But yeah, they're flirting. I said Justice, no means no, baby. Just there are other men in the house, as you will find out, that may be interested in you. So go pursue them. I would have stopped pursuing or stopped being interested after he said he had a man, or just stop trying to like give him that energy after he said he had a man, because you know you had a man. That's you already got that situation going on.
Right.
So then they have like a little night scene where giving paranormal activity tease, what goes on in the nighttime, the demon time, all of that. But yeah, they end up having just like different scenes. I guess Justice and Lilo decide to hang out. Um, I guess Justice doesn't smoke, which is crazy to me because I feel like Justice always looks high, which Lilo mentioned, but I'm like, damn, he really don't be smoking. Like, what the fuck? Do they be waking him up in the early morning to do these interviews? Why he looks so like tired? Like, yeah, like he kind of acts like in the confessional, he kind of acts like there's a gun to his back. I don't know what's going on, but like he just doesn't like express himself, and he just seems very like tired in the confessionals for some reason. But
Justice?
Yes. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Um but yeah, I said that they needed a mic for this scene because I couldn't really hear what Justice and Lilo were saying. I kind of wanted to like, and they were also being flirty. And when you flirting, you don't really talk as loud. Like you're just kind of like more chill about the situation, I guess. So I couldn't really hear what they were saying. But then Justice put his hand on Lilo's thigh, and I was like, "Whoop! I know what that means." In the sauna, though.
Oh, here, stop me, shawty.
Uh, Lilo said, he's interested in Justice. He said Justice got a deep voice. He said one thing that sent me was he said, I want to be the nigga in the situation, but he got a deep voice, so I want to, I want him because he's giving nigga as well. And I said, not you want to be the nigga. Just say you want to be the top. Like Jesus, just say you want to top. That's all you gotta say. Like you ain't gotta, you know. But I said they all freaks. They all freaks. Everybody getting freaky. We saw Case and Darian and them, with their shirts off, running around the house. I said, okay, I'm sure y'all about to do something as well. It was giving a lot of sexual energy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Honestly, now that we go through the whole episode, I don't feel like a lot happened. Just a lot of making out and then like the fight in the beginning. But yeah, not much going on. But
a lot of fighting, typical. But
yes,
I gagged watching Lilo kiss Justice after Justice tried to pursue Tynell. I feel like that was the high point of this episode for me because I did not see that coming.
Kind of gagged because I don't know. It just seems like they didn't really have any chemistry up until this point. So it's just like, was this like an opportunity thing? Like, oh, like y'all smoking, you horny, he horny, like you trying to like, I don't know, you just want to have a moment with him, or do you really like him? Because I feel like sometimes they just take opportunities when they can get them instead of like, oh, I like you and I want to talk to you, if that makes sense. Because I didn't know that Lilo even was interested in Justice. But Beast Mode 5 said he also gagged when he saw Lilo and Case kiss. I also kind of gagged. I mean, I knew that they were interested in each other, like in some form, because they made out heavy on season 7 of Bad Boys Club. So I knew that they had some sort of attraction to each other. So I was gagged that they made out so soon after they made up. I thought it might take a second, but they were all for it. So I was like, okay, shit. Thank Don Julio, I guess, for getting the girls together. And then he also said Lilo and Diego kiss. I was so jealous. So who did you want to? Oh, Diego probably. I would assume. But let us know who were you jealous of? Who did you want to kiss in that situation? Shout out to Shed Pearl. Thank you for being here.
Weird.
Yes. Let us know your thoughts on this episode because a lot happened. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Spicy Original, a real one.
Girl is
Yes.
in the building. Yes.
Yes, I know it's gonna be a good live when I see Spicy Original. And yeah, also let us know your thoughts.
Girls are in the building.
Yeah, I feel like a lot happened, but based off of my notes, I'm just like, meh. They was humping and thumping as usual,
Yeah.
but
I'm
so
also kind of. I wish we would have got a preview for next episode. That's what
yes.
I'm kind of hoping for. But
Now, Quran, you know what this is a Quran Geminifilmz stand account, but y'all need to come through with the promos, the previews.
well,
Like
technically, Karan is celebrating his birthday right now. Happy birthday, my fellow Gemini brother. So he probably like y'all to get this trailer, this CP next episode. So that's fine.
Abandon us. You know what? It's okay, baby. It's your birthday. Good for
Yes, live it up, Mr. CEO, boss man.
Beast Mode 5 said, I've been wanting Diego since I saw him on season 8. Okay. You better shoot your shot.
Hey, definitely go shoot your shot. Go jump up in his DMs. You never know, he could be looking for like a fourth boyfriend. Like
he has mentioned being in a relationship, so I don't know if that's still a thing or not. I guess we would if you follow him on Instagram, probably.
Child, you know, we follow Diego on Instagram. And no shit, I'll be seeing Diego kiss like a bunch of different dudes. I don't know if it's like just random makeups or if these are his men. So
you think you're gonna see him pop up with Ted Lee at some point?
That would be a duo that I would live for. That is
Ted Lee is known for popping over to random nigga. Like, who is this man?
That is chaos. Ted Lee, I don't know, you know, Ted Lee kind of dingy like he's drunk, and Diego actually be lit. So
yeah,
they put him in. That'd be
a good time though. Like
I
feel like you catch him at the early part of the night, he's a good time. You know what Diego gives me when you're at the club and you're in the bathroom and that drunk, like the drunk person that is like having a heart to heart with you, like in the club, like, oh, like just talking to you and just getting to know you and like talking about life and shit. I feel like that's Diego. Like
that kind of sounds like that white lady from New Orleans.
Yes, for sure.
Now I wouldn't put him in that boat because she was
well, he would be coherent. Like he wouldn't, you know, she was on some other shit. Shout out to us having fun in Mardi Gras for New Orleans. But yeah, I feel like he would be the type to just like be really like fun when he's drunk, but like you can't be with him the whole night because it's gonna transition into some other shit. But you also kind of want to like see him out through the night because you want to make sure he gets home okay. Like so it's just a lot going on with him. But yeah, what are you excited to see for the rest of the season?
Brotherhood. Honestly, it sounds cliche, but like you said, I do want to see them bond and do more like activities just other than drinking and flirting and feeling on each other. So yeah, I'm excited to see them bond and hopefully we get to see kind of like some counseling sessions or like some therapy sessions. So
yeah,
just because I know some of these cast members aren't afraid to open up and be vulnerable. So I would like to see that this season. Just more challenges, brotherhood, and like this Bad Boys becoming like this is why I'm this way and I want to change. Like that's what I'm really looking for.
I just want to get to know them more. Like I want to know about like where they're from and just like the differences and like their experiences. I feel like that would be really cool because I mean they're all gay men of color, and I just think that part of the reason why they're all in this house is to like commune and like share experiences and like talk about like shared experiences and like just different experiences and you know all of that type of stuff. I feel like that would be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm kind of tired of the like you know the cycle of them humping and thumping. But I feel like maybe that's just something that's gonna happen in the very beginning of the show because they just got there. So like obviously they're like, oh, you're cute, I want to make out with you. Oh, you know, I want to fight you because I don't like you. Once they get that out their system, maybe like they will eventually get to know each other and like have fun and all of that. But also hopefully they bring back oh boy, I thought he was cool. What's his name from season 8, the life coach? that was on the Circle NYC.
Was it Dwight?
Dwight. They could bring back Dwight or some sort of like self-help type person. You know, I think that would be cool.
Bring brother. What is the guy that hosted this Should We Do for the Reunion? Byron Jamal. Bring his handsome ass back.
It would be nice. Yeah, bring him. That would be cool.
He probably still traumatized from that reunion fight. They fell on that porch furniture. I'm gonna watch that when this review over with. I might go watch that.
Like a chip. like
Anyways.
But speaking of season, oh no, we're talking about season 7, but Case is in the building. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. He said no one was campaigning to fight Tynell again, but even if we did, they did that to us, so why we can't do it back? Well, I'm just confused as to why y'all had such an issue with Tynell talking shit. Like, I feel like if he didn't say nothing disrespectful, like I can see if he was like, when I see y'all, I'm beating y'all ass. And maybe he did say that, but from the footage that they showed and what y'all said, like it seemed like he was just like, I'm gonna run this season. And like, I just feel like that's not really something to want to fight somebody over. Like, I can see you showing up and talking shit and just leaving it at that, but to want to fight him, it seemed like he just wanted a round 2. So to me, it looked like y'all were campaigning. That's what it looked like from the outside looking in. But let us know, fill us in, because that's what it looked like from here. Y'all wanted that round 2, baby. He also said the issue I had is the fact that we were over it and he was talking shit because he knew he was plotting and fighting us, just like, I saw the first episode and they was plotting on attacking us. Yeah, I mean, I feel like once y'all fought like outside, I feel like it could have been dropped, but it seemed like y'all came back and was like, you was talking shit. But I'm like, isn't that why y'all just had that fatal 4-way outside? Like, why not fight for, like, isn't that why y'all fought? Is because he was talking shit, and now that y'all have fought, now we can get to an understanding of like what happened. I wish y'all would have talked, and then, you know, if y'all still felt away, fight. But like, it just seemed like it was backwards. Like, he said, my plan was to never put my hands on him because I already did that already. I was just sick of him always running his mouth, and when someone says something to him, he plays dumb. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you have to approach people on different ways. Like, to me, it didn't seem like y'all needed to fight. I feel like y'all could have just like went back and forth with words. And I feel like Case is good at that because you good at like impressions. You good at like, I feel like you're funny, so you can just like go back and forth with somebody and it doesn't need to become a fight. I don't necessarily know about Justin. I feel like he's a little more quiet and maybe he's a little more of a like short fuse, but I just don't feel like y'all needed to fight. Like, it just seemed kind of unnecessary, especially since Tynell didn't want to fight. And all he said was that he was gonna run the house and all of that, but I don't know. Regardless, they fought. So, and if they fight again, they fight again. But yeah. Any lasting thoughts on this episode, Troy?
Not really. I want to see how this love triangle plays out. That's really
Which one? Which one?
Tynell, Lilo, and Justice. Like, I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out.
Well, is it really a love triangle? Because Tynell isn't interested in Justice. So True. It's really Justice and Lilo. I thought you were talking about Darian Case and a mystery person. That's because it's gonna be somebody, probably Justin, but it's gonna be somebody in there because they got sexual energy, and then clearly they're gonna attach somebody else. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with that. But I'm excited to see them do activities outside of the house, like even if it's in a forest, maybe doing some like archery or like going on a hike or
that would be fun.
Like just something that will like let us know more about them and let them bond and grow as people. I'm excited for that. I think that would be really cool. I'm just a little tired of the like getting drunk and like fucking and fighting. I just feel like that's kind of like repetitive at this point. And now that they've been in the house for a couple episodes, I want to see them kind of like get past that. Like, of course, there's still going to be fighting, there's still going to be hookups, but I want to see more. So yeah. Um, those are my thoughts. But who's your favorite so far?
Tiny O.
Tiny. Really? Tiff Woods?
Tiff Woods. And it's crazy because I really didn't like, or I really didn't care for Tiny O on the Boston season, but like, I want to say I'm living for Tiny O. Like, I have a boyfriend, but I don't have a boyfriend, and I'll possibly make out with you, and tussling with Justin, arguing with Justin while he was rolling that blunt. Did Tiff Woods get to smoke her blunt after her and Justin finished thumping, after Tynell and Justin finished thumping? Like, did
I want
Tynell?
a Tiff Woods and Bray smoke session. That's what I want.
I'm here for that because you know the niggas gonna be there.
Shout
The
out to
bitches might be there too, but I need that.
like,
I'm here for that. Tiff Woods and Bray the Don Lee Cup. I'm here.
Yes, I'm definitely here for that.
Do you have a favorite?
My favorite so far. Who is my favorite so far? Honestly, I might agree with you. I think Tynell is a key. His accent is, you know, it's adorable. It's hilarious. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people aren't showing their personalities. I feel like they came in with like beef, or they came in wanting a hunch, and I just feel like there's not enough going on, like personality wise, that like would keep me interested in anybody else but Tynell. Darian is kind of a key just because I feel like he just be doing his own thing and he don't really give a fuck. And he is so quick to like, if he want a nigga, he gonna take him. Like it's very that. Like, don't let your nigga out the house around Darian because he's getting snatched. Like, but no, I like Darian. Darian is a good time. But yeah, I think Tynell is also my favorite so far, at least for this episode. He's been cool.
That's okay.
Case said, I can argue with you because I wasn't really mad, but I wanted niggas to tell the truth. That was my huge problem because if it was me doing it, they would have jumped down on me. Okay, I get that. I mean, to me, it seemed like he was admitting that he was talking shit. Like, I don't feel like he was like, I wasn't talking shit. He was just like, yeah, I was on live talking shit, but like, so what? I feel like that's the type of energy I was getting from Tynell. But if you want him to own up to something specific because you were asking for your phone, I get that. He also said, but we definitely got along eventually, so you'll definitely see that. Okay, that's good. I mean, I don't want it to be a kumbaya session, but I do want y'all to like get to know each other enough to like, I don't want the beef to be like hollow. Like if y'all beefing, like I want it to be a genuine thing versus like I just don't like you because of XYZ. But yeah. Did you have a question about, any future? I feel like this episode ended on like, I guess kind of a cliffhanger, but like I don't know. I'm curious as to what's gonna happen next, but I'm wondering what you wanna see.
Them gurgling noises, like who was getting a toppy? Like, goodness. I'm sorry.
I mean, cases in the chat. Did somebody get? I don't think that was even happening. I would have been mad. I'm not even gonna lie, because I'm like,
it sounded like Lilo's voice at the end.
He did say something about He did say something. I can't remember what it was.
You got this shit. I'm like, oh, like, sir, is he knocking on the back door? Like, that's not my business. What Judy tell Kimmy? That's not your business. That's not your business. It's not my business. But yeah, I just really want to see brotherhood.
Okay. Case also said we got to know each other genuinely, which is why I say the show was definitely better than the four of us. Better for the four of us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you probably grow as a person if you're in a house with people that you don't like. Like, I feel like you learn conflict resolution. You learn to like get to know somebody for their positive traits versus like the shit that you don't like them for. Y'all may not be friends, but you learn to respect people. Like, I feel like that's something that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to see the rest of the season. Shout out to Geminifilmz and happy birthday to Karan once again. Thank you for everybody that came through for this live. Yeah. Any last words before we leave, Troy?
Please, well, like them said, thank you to everybody who came through.
Mhm.
Join us on the slash. Shout out to everybody who is going to watch this on the playback or that will watch this on the playback.
Yep.
Please like, subscribe, share, comment. We love chopping it up with you guys in the comments. We love getting y'all like opinions and y'all feedback on the shows and like who you rock with. If you enjoy the storylines and all of that stuff. So just drop a comment. Also follow us on Instagram at Key and Carrie, where
Mhm.
the shitload of like our funny edits and
Yeah,
stuff like
funny edits,
that.
memes, all of that will
Just
be
stay in the know.
there. Yes. Okay. Well, this has been Key and Carrie, where we key.
And we carry.
I'm Damon,
I'm Troy.
and we will see y'all in the next one next Monday, probably, or maybe sooner. You
Yeah.
never know. But tune in next Monday. Tune in next Monday to watch our Bad Boys reviews. So
Yes. Episode 4, Bad Boys Club Reunited.
yes. Peace.
Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week, everybody.
Yes. Good morning.